Welcome back. In the previous part, we started heading off to Zeiss. You can see out the window the view. It's quite lovely. It's quite perfect. Only you could see it. I could see it. You can't. But if you could see it, it's lovely. It's lovely. Anyway, let's speak to Shara and see what's going on here then. Just wondering, why Shara's lit up differently. There's a light around her. Seems to be happening as well further up. Over there. It's just the lighting's slightly different in that location. Probably a light from above. Anyway. Hello, Estelle. Looking around the ship again? Pretty much. Never rode airships much before now. So it's all kind of new to me still. I remember my first work trips on them and getting all excited too. I never ridden in an airship before in all my travels. I guess the circus didn't use airships much, huh? Did you guys ride around in orbital-powered carriages then? No. Most of our carriages were of the single-horsepower variety. Mr. Harvey did have an old orbital drive carriage, though. That's though. I haven't seen any horses. At all. I mean, obviously, I don't mean in the entire series. I mean in Shows in the Sky. I don't remember seeing a horse. Or a place for a horse. Anywhere. Odd. Mr. Harvey did have an old orbital drive carriage, though. Huh, okay. Now that I think about it, whenever your troop visited, you guys were in a lot of covered wagons. You remember? You touch your teacher's heart, my dear sweet Estelle. Anyway, airships are still fairly uncommon outside of Liberl. As I understand it, especially as civilian vehicles, most other countries prefer orbital-driven ground-based transport. Ugh. Or like trains? Ugh. The Ouroborous favor orbital-driven trains. It is yeah, they do. And have a pretty large rail system connecting their major cities. It's there it is, right there. It's yep. And our Calvardian neighbors use orbital buses. We're going to be using buses a lot when we get to Calvert, unless they upgrade stuff, because there is the Transcontinental Railroad, of course. Orbital buses? What a vehicle is a bus? A bus is basically a very large orbital carriage. It's a little like an airship. You pay in advance and it'll take you from place to place. It isn't nearly as fast as an airship, but the pace is gentler. They're easy to maintain and they're quite pleasant. Huh. Neato. Kinda neato. Kinda want to ride one now. Speaking of which, Sherry, you've been to Calvert, right? But you met Zinn then? Come on, I gotta hear that story. There's not that much to it, I'm afraid. I was on an errand for Cassius. He needed me to deliver a document to Calvert's eastern quarter. That's where I first met Zinn. I see. Gotta admit, I can't imagine what a town full of Easterners would look like. Calvert's eastern quarter. It's that intrigues me. It sounds much more like how Crossbell is. So it's what's Calvert going to be like then when we get there? It's exciting. Very different culturally and exotic. Should visit, if you get the chance. Well, Zeiss is up next, so we'll be getting off soon. Don't wander around too much, or you may miss us when we disembark. Alright, something's going to happen when I go somewhere there. Thank you for flying with us today. You'll be arriving in Zeiss momentarily. Please be aware that there may be turbulence while landing, so we ask that all passengers take their seats. Where do I put it? Oh, you mean sit down. Hey, Shara, I brought this seat with me. She didn't mean literally take the seat. Put it back. Okay, first stop for us should be the Guild House here in Zeiss. We need to check in with Kilika. Hey, Kilika. Kilika. Rather exotic name for the girl. It sounds Eastern. What kind of woman is she, I wonder? You never give up, do you? To put it simply, capable. Ooh, high praise. She is a flawless administrator, and she's also a very accomplished martial artist. She's also quite lovely, but she doesn't have time for, frippery. I would advise caution, my dear Lenheim. Now my interest is positively piqued. What are we waiting for, then? Let us away to... What? Yeah, like what the hell? Is this the fury of Kilika? System failure. System failure. Could you give it a rest already? It's an earthquake? Ah! Help! The dock is going to collapse. Run for your lives! Everyone, please calm down. The port is designed to endure high-magnitude earthquakes. It can easily handle one this small. Please don't panic. Just trying to read it here normally. Gotta shake your head. It stopped. Oh, okay, so that's over. Everyone, please come to reception in an orderly fashion. Let's not panic. Oh man, it's been a while since I was in an earthquake. That was so cool. Earthquakes, though. That could possibly lead to the idea that there is plate tectonics. Possibly. Doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to be. It's just that sort of idea of like, earthquakes, okay. Well, that was a great way of getting welcome to Zeiss. It wasn't very strong, but... Attention, world. Please wait until I'm not on scaffolding before you shake again. Love, Estelle. I'll sign that letter, too. It's rare for us to get an earthquake in Liberl, though. Really? Chloe's right. Earthquakes are very unusual here. So they're unusual here, but not somewhere else. And we really do need to check in at the guild house to see what the damage is. So, there was no serious damage to the central factory. Thank goodness. The city has also remained calm for the most part. I believe there is little to worry about on that front. Yes, I understand. Please continue to do what you can. Farewell. Your time is quite serendipitous. Did she change her dress? It seems more colourful. Oh no, it's just something about it. It's like, oh, it's got more colour to it. I'll have to go back and check on that. Thank you for coming, Estelle. Scheherazade. I imagine your welcome at the port was, quite warm. Yeah, kinda. It's been a while, Kilika. As always, you're 2 steps ahead of everyone. It's good to see you again, Kilika. Likewise. I'm glad to see you here. And you two would be Olivia Lenheim and Her Highness Princess Claudia, I believe. Or shall I say, Miss Chloe Rins. I'm Kilika. I handle reception here at the Zeiss branch of the guild. A pleasure to meet you two. No, the pleasure is ours. My word, but your beauty eclipses even what I expected. Madam, allow your humble servant Olivia Lenheim to improvise a song to... According to Jean, you're both officially registered as assistants, yes? Assistants are free to use the rest area upstairs, just as normal places do. Feel free to use it to relax for meetings, etc. Thank you. Yes, but my if you wish to play your lute, you are welcome to play it upstairs. Do restrain yourself to reasonable limits, however, if you please. Yes, ma'am. Wow, I think Kilika might be even harder on Olivier than Scherer. Oh, putting aside our repressed musician for now, how's the job simulation looking? Are we snowed under? We do have some work posted, but nothing urgent at the moment. You're welcome to attend to it, as you see fit. But, Huh? What's up, Kilika? Look like you're thinking about something. This is not a normal job, but a request from the guild. In your position as the group investigating the society of Ouroborous, I'd like you to check on something. Check on something? This is a bit sudden. What do you mean? It's actually what you might expect. I want you to investigate that earthquake that just happened. Yeah, I thought this was gonna be a thing. It's like, It's that sort of idea of like, keep an eye on what can cause earthquakes in this series. It's just like, it's like, as I was saying was it in the previous part? Or part before that? I don't know. Recently, anyway. Just that idea of, I'm looking at trails in the sky and trying to notice what's happening with the world and how the world works. It's like getting deeper into understanding everything. It's just, this earthquake may be significant. Investigating the earthquake? I mean, like, go around asking about damage. Oh, sure, but what does... Oh, yes, that as well. However, 3 days ago, a similar earthquake occurred at Wolf Fort. It lasted about 10 seconds, and the quake was not strong enough to cause any real damage. 2 earthquakes, then. That's worrying. Yeah, in normal circumstances, that would imply that maybe, like, it's heading for something bigger, or the first one then has aftershocks, but... I'd say I'm leaning more towards there's a central cause, and it's probably going to be Ouroborous somehow doing something. You know how they are. There's one particularly odd point, however. The earthquake at the Wolf Fort did not affect the city of Zeiss. Yeah, that's odd. Very, very centralized. Very odd. Wait, huh? Oh, that is strange. If I recall the map correctly, the Wolf Fort is not far from the city. An earthquake centered there certainly should have been felt here in the city, to at least a small extent. It was a weak quake, so it is possible we simply didn't notice. Still, your friend is right. It does seem unusual. Unnatural. I couldn't help but feel a terrible sense of foreboding about it. Yeah, I think I get it. Just like with our ghost. With stuff like this makes me curious too. We'll be happy to do what we can, Kilika. We should begin by asking around the city and the fort, I think. Yes, I'll be counting on you. Mr. Murdoch is already gathering information about the quake in the city, however. I expect he'll be thorough, so you won't need to worry about the city. Okay then, so off to the Wolf Fort. Well, ultimately, this is just my personal suspicion. Remember, it's nothing urgent. Feel free to investigate as you see fit while working on other jobs. Besides, I believe you have someone to say hello to, yes? Oh, yeah. We saw a new gospel too, so we really should go see Tita and Professor Russell. And that seems like a good idea, yes. Let us delay our guild work until we say hello then. Come, let us reunite with Tita with joyful hugs. I'll kindly ask you to not hug anybody, thanks. Still, let's head over to the Professor Russell's place. The stolen sign. Someone has stolen the branch office sign. We're currently investigating its whereabouts. Racers are able to cooperate with the investigation. Or to contact Kilika. Okay. Training assistance. At Leiston Fortress, we are holding a short-term special training program. As such, we'd like to ask the winners of the martial arts competition to participate. If you're able to join, report immediately to Leiston Fortress. New model orbital gun test. It's Carl again. Recruiting testers for a new gun. Read over the requirements below and then please come to me. Test details will be explained in the workshop on the 3rd floor of the central factory. Application requirements: experience with orbital guns, skill confidence while shooting, no particular preference in weapon maker. Little kind of monster, and yeah, monsters. No. Reptilian monster with a poisonous tongue. Variety of abnormal status. Okay, it does tell me that. Okay. Like I was trying to do turbo, but press the wrong thing. Can I see up there again? I can. I can see the guild branch below, up there. It's like, I like that aspect. It's like, so we can see how it works. In the top left, in case you wonder. It's like, nice. Aren't you Estelle, that recently promoted senior? Yeah, that's me. Ah, excuse me. I'm Wong. I'm with the Zeiss branch. Ah, I see. I'm Estelle Bright. Nice to meet you. Yeah, same here. I've heard about your work here and there. After all the successes you've had, it's only natural you're a full bracer already. Thank you. But I'm still in training. I've got a lot to learn. Never forget that attitude of a beginner, huh? Pretty admirable sentiment. If I can follow your example. Incidentally, did you know Gundulf is out on a job? Ah, yeah, I heard that from Jean. He came to Zeiss in part to help pitch in while he's gone. Ah, gotcha. Thanks. That'll be a big help. Sorry for the trouble, but I hope you'll help out around here for a while. Scherzard, looking forward to working with you as well. Yes, same here. I'll help out as best I can. Well then, let's all work together and do our best. Sorry for the trouble, but I hope you help out around here for a while. Let's both work together and do our best, eh? Yes. What I'd like you to do is carry out some questioning at the Wolf Fort. I've asked the Central Chief to collect information in Zeiss, so you can skip that. You can pace yourselves and do some of the requests on the board while you're at it. Why don't you go to Professor Russell's workshop and see him and Tita first? Alright, about the sewing. Seems you had a look at the bulletin board. Will you help with the investigation too? Yes. Yeah, that's the idea. So, by the sign, do you mean the sign with the crest that hangs outside the branch? Yes, that sign was stolen. There are no particular practical problems as is, but the emblem is the symbol of the guild's mission and duty. If that's stolen, you can't just sit quietly. I see. Kinda hard to ignore that. Really. Looks like someone doesn't think much of us. So, what's the series of events? It was discovered yesterday around noon by Branch Bracer Wong. When he came back to report, he realized the sign was missing. We think that the crime happened during the day then. I was away at the time on other businesses, but a worker in front of the branch witnessed it. Seems the criminal was a person in disguise. Disguise? Estelle, could it be? No way. I doubt it. It's not high enough quality. It's not something extremely prized by anyone or anything like that. It's not his MO. Seems to have a suspicion. But how about this? No, maybe not. Beauteous princess and her companions. The soul of gathered heroes is in my hands. Should you desire its release, you must defeat my curse. The first key is in the city. Search the back of the 40-year-old man. This card was sent shortly after the crime was discovered. From the content, I assume it's declaring responsibility for the crime. Triple door. It seems it is certain. I knew it, it's him. By him, I assume you mean Phantom Thief Blue Blonde. I have heard about the events in Rouen from Jean. I suppose this case marks a challenge from Phantom Thief B. Interesting. It's a challenge from none other than my rival. Of course, I shall accept. I don't know, it seems one-sided, yeah? True, and a very selfish challenge. We have to accept it, though. Anyway, let's start our investigation with what the card says. Let's see, the card's words, in the city, and the back of the 40-year-old man, huh? If we take it straight as is, I guess we gotta look for an older guy. No. Certainly looking at it in a literal sense, it would mean that, but after the case at the school, I think it's clear that it won't be so straightforward. Those messages were all metaphors, weren't they? I wonder if this is one too. Well, who knows? There's no point in worrying about it, though. Let's start investigating the city. Yes, I think that's the only real option. Well then, I'll expect good results. Leave it to us. Let's be off. Let's see about picking up Tita first. Yep, completely gone though, just a circle. Ah, so this is where the problem is. Amazing. Looks like he just lifted the dress portion. Really, what a dexterous person. Does look strange, doesn't it? Looks like it's now like a shop for Sonic. Yep. Golden ring. Okay. Huh. Professor Russell and Tita even in? From what I know of Russell, it wouldn't surprise me if he's at the central factory. Grandpa! The second floor is cleaned up! I've told you, Tita, it's the first floor. Thank you, Tita. Could you organize the parts next? Okay! I don't think we have to worry about finding them. Come on, then. Working hard, Tita, or hardly working? Huh? Oh, Shadow! Hi, what brings you here? Wait, I remember you. In the mountains, Cassius Bright's apprentice, right? It's been a while, you two. It's really a bit of a mess in here. Is it because of the earthquake? Oh, yeah, sorry. Hey, everyone. What? Sorry, I haven't been in touch. Estelle, hello. Estelle. Aww. What? Tita, what? It's really you? I thought you were gone forever. Wait, hang on, gone forever? I'd never do that. But I heard Joshua ran away, and then you left the country. I thought I was never going to see you again. Oh, Tita. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have left without saying anything. As I recall, Kilika sent you off to that bracer school in Le Mans, didn't he? When did you get home? I got back just a little while ago. I was working in Rouen after getting back, and just arrived in Zeiss. I see. Oh, welcome back. In the previous part. Ah, wait, the two are with you. Hello, Professor Tita. I'm sorry I've been out of touch as well. Pardon our intrusion, good sir. Chloe, Olivier, everyone's here. This is wonderful. Apart from Joshua. They're helping us with our investigation. A lot of stuff happened in Rouen. Oh, let's get comfortable and hear the story, eh? Come on, I'll show you to the living room. So, the true force behind the goo is on the move again. And they have another gospel with them. Troubling. Holographic projector that can show an image all the way across a region? How is that even possible? The concept of a projected holograph is nothing new. I've been kicking around ideas of pulling it off myself, even. A device that can project a lifelike three-dimensional image great distances away from its origin point? I can scarcely even imagine the physics behind such a thing. That weirdo we fought said something about an experiment with a new gospel. It did seem bigger than the one from before. Bigger than before. But it didn't stop our uplands. Hey, on that note, that was the gospel we captured a while ago. Have you made any progress in analysing it? About that. The more I investigate that little enigma, the stranger it gets. Stranger? Yes, let me start at the end, actually. I'm convinced the orbital shutdown phenomena is not a function of the device itself. What? But that black orb has stopped other orbits dead in its tracks. We've seen it, Professor. We've seen orbits stop in its presence. That isn't quite the same thing, milady. No matter how I look at it, though, the course in the device simply cannot actually do that. It can certainly warp orbital fields. How it can do that but suppress them? No. Warp orbital fields. Oh, orbital field refers to the electromagnetic field generated by an individual orbital device. With orbital orbits, you can describe an orbital field by drawing its field lines, and those following very specific rules. When Grandpa tested the gospel there, its field didn't obey these rules at all. It's going a little above my pretty little head, I'm afraid. Yeah, afraid not much is registering. A lot is registering with me. In layman's terms, it's a warped orbital field that doesn't obey the laws of such things as we understand them. Regardless of that, though, ultimately, an orbital field amounts to nothing more than the orbital energy in an area. Yeah. Unless you are able to apply very specific direction and purpose to them, you shouldn't get the orbital shutdown phenomena effects regardless. So it's shifting it somewhere. That's what it's doing. It's like in reference to like what we know about the orbital shutdown phenomenon when it affects the entirety of Liberl in the future. Remember I told you there'd be spoilers. So yeah, we know it happens in the future. It shuts down all of Liberl and a bit of Ouroborous. It's like I assume a little bit of Calvert as well, it makes sense. It's all gonna go to one central location, then that's gonna open up something or reveal you know what. To be honest, I'd be utterly stuck on this. I'd been. But with your report on this holographic business, I may have an idea. Thank you for letting me know. Well, I'm not sure how that was useful, but you're welcome. The Opal Army has custody of the device the Ouroborous agent used. I'm sure they'll let you have a look at it if you contact them. I may just do that. Speaking of which, what are you going to be up to now? You'll be working in Zeiss for a while. Oh yeah, about that. Estelle explained the situation concerning the Guild's request to investigate the earthquakes. So Kilika thinks the earthquakes... Well, it is true that earthquakes are rare here in Liberl, and she is correct about the earthquake at the Wolf Fort. 3 days ago. I think Miss Kilika is right. I don't remember Zeiss getting any tremors at all. It is kind of weird. It's a natural phenomena, so I kind of doubt the society's involved. It's still pretty weird, though. I would like to figure out what's going on. Indeed. Earthquakes, I wonder if it would be useful. Huh? Let me guess, Professor. You have an orb... an old invention in the toolbox, which might help. I do have something in mind. Then how would we... Wait. Transmit the data back here using... and then hook it into the bell. Of course. Yes, it worked perfectly. Professor Russell, could you keep the rest of us in the loop? Don't worry. I need to check a few things regardless before we start. I'd recommend heading to the Wolf Fort and learn from them what happened. I'll see about preparing you. A little something useful for when you get back. Well, I definitely won't say no, but... What little something are we talking about here? Let's spoil the surprise. Just you wait. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get to the central factory. Except to browbeat Murdoch into going along. Tita, would you mind helping your old grandpa? Maybe? Estelle, I'm sorry. Finally meet again after so long and... It's okay, don't worry. I'm just happy I got to see you again. We've been in Zeiss for a good long time. I'm sure we'll have a chance to spend some time together. Estelle. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm sorry we couldn't give you much of more of a welcome. Don't worry, Tita. We'll stop by again if the chance comes up, Tita. Perhaps on that day I too can be greeted with such moist welcome eyes. On that day you'll have 2 black eyes. Anyway, see you later. We'll contact the guild once we're ready. Just thinking forward to Cold Steel 3. Well, those two haven't changed at all. Yes, Tita hasn't lost any of her adorableness. I was having to fight the urge to just pick her up and hug her. Indeed. A lost little girl being swept up into the arms of a loving, brotherly minstrel after ages of separation. Such a dramatic scene. The thought makes my heart swell. If you try to grab her out of the blue like that, I have to arrest you for abduction, you nitwit. To be honest, I understand what Scheherazade means. Tita's the kind of girl you wish was your little sister. I envy you, Estelle. Hey, Chloe, cut it out. Well, don't worry. Everyone will get to know her soon enough. Except for Olivier, maybe. Estelle, and Allo, my heart. All's fair in love and siblings, my dear Lenheim. Now then, let's get started on our guild business, Alright, we should. So let's make our way over to the Wolf Fort while we work on those other jobs. And we are going to end this part here. I was just seeing whether or not Tita would actually join us as like a optional member or something in that regard. Just following us around, maybe we could do the Phantom Thief B stuff with her in the group, but clearly not. So anyway, we're in this part here, and the next part we'll investigate the missing sign. Ta-ta for now.